So hello everyone. Today we are proceeding ahead with marginal costing. So we already know that what is marginal cost. Can you tell me what is marginal cost? It is a variable cost that I incur to produce one extra unit. So whatever extra that you incur to produce an extra unit is marginal cost. We also studied what is contribution. What is contribution? The amount that every unit contributes towards the recovery, the amount that every unit contributes towards the recovery of fixed costs. We studied the contribution to sales ratio. Today we will see how this contribution to sales ratio is helpful to us. Contribution to sales ratio is contribution upon sales into 100. It is sometimes also called as the PV ratio. We will see in detail about it. But what are we going to learn today is that we're going to learn how to prepare a marginal cost statement. I'm very sure you all know how to prepare a marginal cost statement, but we will go through it. We will calculate the contribution to sales ratio and we will see how can we use this contribution to sales ratio to find sales at different activity levels. Okay, let's move ahead. What is a marginal cost statement? It is a statement that you prepare to find out the profitability of a product. However, you need to clearly distinguish between variable cost and fixed cost. So marginal cost statement, it is a statement that shows us how to arrive at a profit, clearly distinguishing between variable cost and fixed cost. Can you prepare a marginal cost statement? Certainly we can prepare. So it is sales minus variable cost will give you contribution. Contribution is that amount which a product would contribute towards the recovery of fixed cost. You will always take the total contribution minus the total fixed cost, which will give you the profit, net profit, or the net loss. Always remember that the marginal costing technique is used to take decisions during the short term. It is useful for short-term decision making. How do you use it in short-term decision making? We say that if I have to decide whether to continue with the product or no, or whether to make a product or no, any product that gives you positive contribution, that means if a product is able to recover the variable cost and plus there is something that is left in contribution, then you can take a decision of going ahead with the product. However, in the long term, you also need to consider the fixed cost. So when you have to take long-term decision making, absorption costing is better. When you have to take short-term decision making, marginal costing is better. Let's answer this question. What is marginal cost statement? It is nothing but an alternative layout to the traditional income statement that we already know. Marginal cost statement emphasizes two costs separately, variable cost and fixed cost separately. So the assumption that the marginal costing income statement they do is that they say that the total cost can be split up between the variable cost and fixed cost. Let's take one example and we have to prepare a marginal cost statement. How do you prepare a marginal cost statement? You start with the selling price, that is the revenue, and you would minus the variable cost, come at the contribution minus the fixed cost, you would come at profit for the year or loss for the year. Okay, when I'm talking about variable cost, it would not only be the factory variable cost. You will take all the variable costs. That means even if it is selling variable cost, you will take that also. Even if it is administration variable cost, you will take that also. Let's prepare the statement. Direct material variable cost, wages, variable cost, variable factory expenses, variable cost. However, the fixed part would go in fixed cost. Variable selling and distribution would go in the variable cost. Fixed part would go in the fixed cost. Variable administrative expenses would go in the variable cost. Fixed would go in the fixed cost. And this is your revenue. When you're asked to prepare a marginal costing statement, you will always start with the revenue. I will always start with the revenue. If you all do along with me, it would be better. My total revenue is 9,30,000. From the revenue, what you subtract is the variable cost. Start writing all the variable cost along with me. It is direct material, direct wages, factory overheads. I don't need to write variable because I have already mentioned on top that it is variable cost. Then it would be the selling and distribution expenses. Then it would be the administrative expenses. You need to subtract all of them, but before subtracting all of them, just add it. Direct material is 120. Direct wages is 360. Factory overheads is 60,000. Selling and distribution overheads is 56,000. Please remember, I'm taking only the variable component. Administration overheads is 16,000. I'll add all of this. Add 1,20,000 plus 3,60,000 plus 60,000 plus 56,000 plus 16,000. It will give you 6,12,300. Deduct it from your revenue. What you will arrive at is your total contribution. Revenue minus the variable cost. 9,30,000. I think there is an error in the revenue. Yeah, taken. 9,30,000 minus the variable cost. 9,30,000 minus the variable cost will give you your contribution of 3,17,700. 3,17,700. Let's move ahead. Less the fixed costs. What are your fixed costs? I'm highlighting all of that. It is factory overheads, fixed selling and distribution overheads, and fixed administration overheads. So it is factory overheads, selling and distribution overheads, administration expenses, factory overheads is 1,10,000. Selling and distribution is 45,000. And administration is 38,000. You add all of this, remove it from the next column. So 3,17,700 minus the addition of all this. 1,10,200 plus 45 plus 38. Okay, plus 45,000 plus 38,000, 1,10,000 plus 45,000 plus 38,000 is giving you your fixed costs as 1,93,000. This you will minus from 317,700. you will get 1,24,700. What is this? This is nothing but your profit for the year. You can calculate everything in per unit. Per unit. Here I don't need to calculate per unit, but overall above you can calculate per unit, and even this you can calculate per unit. Okay, now if they've given you the quantity produces 1,000 units, I think there is some error in writing over here. I'll just change it. They've given you the quantity produces 1,000 units. Calculate the per unit cost. Come on. In marginal costing, the other assumption that we make is that the quantity produced is always equal to the quantity sold. That means whatever you produce is ultimately going to get sold. So 9,30,000 divided by 1,000, it is 930 per unit. Unit contribution we will take divided by 1,000, 2 zeros will go away, no, 3 zeros will go away. Unit contribution is 317.7. And profit for the year, 1,24,700 divided by 1,000, it is 124.7. Always remember that the fixed cost has no relation with the quantity that you produce. So I always try avoiding finding the per unit fixed cost. So can you calculate the contribution per unit? Yes. The total contribution divided by the number of units, the contribution per unit is 317.7. However, there is another way also. Can you look at another way? Your revenue minus the variable cost should give you contribution. Let's take everything per unit. Revenue 930, variable cost per unit is 612.30. What is the contribution? Your contribution 930 minus 612.30 will give you contribution of 317.70. So there are two ways to find the contribution per unit, or you could say the unit contribution, total contribution divided by the number of units, or by this per unit statement. Can you calculate the contribution to sales ratio? Certainly you can calculate. It is contribution upon sales into 100. Contribution is 317.7. Sales is 930 into 100. 317.7 divided by 930 into 100. The contribution to sales ratio is 34.16. You can get the same ratio if you do the totals. That is 9,30,000 divided by 612,300 into 100. 9,30,000 divided by 612,300 into 100. Sorry, vice versa. Contribution upon sales into 100. Contribution is 3,17,700. Upon sales is 9,30,000. So 3,17,700 divided by sales 9,30,000 into 100. You would get the same figure, 34.16. What is the marginal cost in the above statement? What is marginal cost? Variable cost. What is the variable cost in the above statement? 612.3 per unit variable cost. Marginal cost, always variable cost and always per unit. That means you produce an extra unit. How much extra you are spending? So 1 unit, how much extra you are spending? So you will take per unit. What is the total cost of producing 1000 units? Total cost is variable cost plus fixed cost. My total variable cost is 317,700. My total fixed cost is 1,93,000. So the total cost of producing 1000 units is 3,17,700 plus 1,93,000. So the total cost is 5,10,700. Now, this sum is done. You all can go through this sum, pause and go through. There is a next sum. Here, I want you to calculate for yourself the contribution per unit, the contribution to sales ratio, marginal cost, and the total cost of producing 1000 units. It should not take you more than 5 to 8 minutes to calculate the above. You can pause the video and calculate for yourselves. So here you need to calculate the contribution per unit. Let's see. If I have to calculate the contribution per unit, I need to know the selling price per unit. Selling price per unit is 240. I need to know the variable cost per unit, and the variable cost per unit is how much? Add up the variable costs. 30 for direct material, 100 for labor, 5 for direct expenses, 135. Variable overheads is 15, 135 plus 15, 115. The variable cost per unit is 150, and they've already told us that this is the marginal cost. So 240 minus 150 is giving me a contribution per unit of 90. Which they've already said that the contribution per unit is 90. Contribution per unit is 90. Contribution to sales ratio, so contribution upon sales and 200. Contribution is 90. What is the sales? 240 into 100. So 90 divided by 240 into 100. The contribution to sales ratio is 37.5. What is the marginal cost? Marginal cost is the variable cost given us directly, 150. What is the total cost? Total cost would be the total variable cost plus the total fixed cost. Total variable cost is 1,50,000, already given us. Total fixed cost is 50,000. So the total cost is 2 lakh. Given to us. So now this 2 lakh is the total cost to produce 1000 units. Can you tell me what will be the total cost to produce 1001 units? What will be the total cost to produce 1001 units? Total cost per unit, okay? Total cost per is 2 lakh divided by 1000. So the total cost per unit is 200. Lakh is the total cost to produce 1000 units. So 2 lakh divided by 1000 units would give me the total cost to produce 1 unit. That is 200 per unit. Can you give me the total cost of producing 1001 units? Please remember that the total cost of producing 1000 units is 2 lakh. So it is 200 per unit. Marginal cost of producing 1 unit is 150, variable cost. So what is the total cost of producing 1001 units? So here the question is that the cost of making 1000 units is 1000 units is 2 lakh rupees, $2 lakh. So per unit cost is 200. But this 200 is divided into 150 per unit, which is the marginal cost, and 50 per unit, which is the fixed cost based on fixed activity level 1000 units. This 50 per unit is based on fixed activity level of 1000 units. So what is the cost of making 1001 units? Will it be 2 lakh plus 150 or 2 lakh plus 200? Think properly. We are doing marginal costing. It will be $2 lakh plus 150 because 2 lakh you are doing to incur 1000 units. The fixed cost was done on a fixed activity level. So the cost of making 1001 unit, the extra unit, the cost of making the extra unit will only be the extra amount that you have incurred, and the extra amount that you have incurred is just 150, which is the marginal cost. So it will not be 2 lakh divided by 1000. It will not be like this, 2 lakh divided by 1000 units, which is 200 per unit into 1001 units. So 200 per unit into 1001 giving you this. Always remember the cost of the extra unit will be just the addition of the marginal cost. It will not be like this. Okay. Why? This is because as we increase the production by 1 extra unit, only the variable cost of $150 per unit will increase. The fixed cost will remain unchanged. This is the entire logic of marginal costing. Okay. Now, this was the sum that we had. Can you calculate the contribution to sales ratio in this example? We did this sum right now. Marginal cost was 115. The variable cost. Contribution was 90 and the sales is 240 per unit. Can you calculate the contribution to sales ratio? It is contribution upon sales into 100. What is the contribution? 90. What is the sales? 240 into 100. So 90 divided by 240 into 100 would give you a CV ratio, contribution to sales ratio, as 37.5%. Now, where is the CV ratio helpful? What is the use of the contribution to sales ratio? It is written as C/S ratio. CS ratio, contribution to sales ratio, it helps you to calculate profit at different sales level without calculating the marginal cost. Without calculating the variable cost, you can calculate profit at different sales ratio. Normally, how do you calculate sales? Sales minus variable cost, the contribution minus the fixed cost will give you profit. So without finding the variable cost, without finding the marginal cost, I can calculate the profit at different levels of sales activity with the help of contribution to sales ratio. Okay, it tells you the percentage of contribution in your sales. So how much is the percentage of the contribution? What percentage a product is going to contribute towards the profit? It tells you that. Contribution minus fixed cost gives you profit. You already know it. Okay. So CV ratio, what does it tell? It tells you the percentage of contribution in your sales. Let's take it with an example. Okay. In this above example, in the example which is there next to you, your sales is how much? Your sales is 2,40,000. You can see over here. What is your contribution to sales ratio? We already calculated behind. It is 37.5%. Now let's see without calculating marginal cost, how will we get our answer? If our sales increases to 3 lakh, okay? So here, without calculating the marginal cost, you will be able to calculate the contribution in your sales, okay? So if your sales increases to 3 lakh rupees, you should be able to calculate the contribution in your sales. Contribution in sales with the help of the CV ratio. If the sales increases to 3 lakh, then your total contribution would be 3 lakh into 37.5%. Your total contribution would be 1,12,500. That means at different level of sales activity, you will be able to find out your contribution without calculating your variable cost or without knowing your marginal cost. Okay, so your contribution is now 1,12,500. What was your fixed cost over here? The fixed cost was 50,000. So your total contribution is 1,12,500. Assume that the fixed cost remains the same. So your profit will be your contribution 1,12,500 minus the fixed cost will give you profit. You know that sales minus variable cost is contribution. You will be able to find out your contribution without knowing this. Minus fixed cost will give you profit. Now let's check it. So at different levels of activity, you would be able to find out your contribution with the help of the contribution to sales ratio. Fixed cost, you assume that it will remain constant. Okay. Let's do this sum. Read this sum, go through this sum and tell me the profit. What is profit? Say revenue minus variable cost will give you contribution. Contribution minus fixed cost will give you profit. So contribution 44,100 minus the fixed cost would give you profit. So what is profit? Profit is nothing but contribution minus the fixed cost. Contribution is 44,100 minus fixed cost 26,000 is giving me a profit of 18,100. Okay. Now, can you find the profit for me? Can you find the profit for me if the sales increases to 2,400 units? If the sales increases to 2,400 units, can you calculate the profit for me? Think. First thing that I would do is find the CS ratio. Sales per unit is 63. If the sales increases to 2,400 units, we need to find out the profit. Fixed cost is 26,000. Just remember that. Come on. Try to do it. My sales in units is 2,400. Contribution would be units sold into contribution per unit. What is the contribution per unit? What was the contribution per unit? Our contribution per unit was 22.05. So 2,400 units sold into contribution per unit. What is the unit sold? 2,400. What is the contribution per unit? So contribution per unit sold is 2,400. Contribution per unit is 22.05. So what is your total contribution? 2,400 into 22.05. This gives you the total contribution of 52,920. Contribution 52,920 minus the fixed cost is 26,000. Would give you your profit minus 2,600, no, 26,000. Would give you your profit of 26,920. This is our normal method. Let's do it with the help of CV ratio. What is the CV ratio? Contribution upon sales into 100. What is contribution? 22.05. What is sales? 63 into 100. What is the CV ratio? 22.05 divided by 63 into 100. My CV ratio is 35%. Using this ratio, I will find profit at different level of sales activity. Sales total is 2,400 into the selling price 63. 2,400 into 63, 151, 200. CV ratio is 35%. Sales into the contribution to sales ratio will give me the contribution in the sales. So 1,51,200 into 35% will give me the contribution in the sales, which is 52,920 minus the fixed cost, that is 26,000, would give me the profit of 26,920. Okay, let's do it at another activity of sales. I need to find the profit at different sales activity. Profit at different sales activity using CV ratio, using the contribution to sales ratio. 1,800 into the selling price per unit is 63. 1,800 into selling price per unit 63. 1,13,400. CV ratio is 35%. With the help of the contribution to sales ratio, I can find the total contribution that is there in the sales. So what is the total contribution? 1,13,400. In this, there is 35% of contribution. So my total contribution is coming up to 39,690. Minus the fixed cost, 26,000, assuming that the fixed cost is remaining the same. I will arrive at a profit of 39,690 minus 26,000. I will arrive at a profit of 13,690. Let's check over here. 1,800 units. 1,800 units is sold. So contribution per unit is 22.05. Multiply 1,800 into 22.05 gives you 39,690. Minus the fixed cost, you will arrive at a profit of 13,690. So with the help of the CV ratio, contribution to sales ratio, I am able to find out the contribution hidden in the sales. The contribution hidden in the sales without finding the marginal cost or without finding the variable cost. Subtract the fixed cost, you will get the profit. You will get profit at different sales activity with the help of CV contribution to sales ratio. Let's see. If the profit, find the profit if sales is reduced to 1,100 units. So 1,100 units into the selling price per unit being 63. 1,100 into the selling price per unit 63. You get 69,300. Contribution to sales ratio is 35%. So what is your contribution? Your sales into the contribution to sales ratio. So 69,300 into 35% will give you your contribution of 24,255 minus the fixed cost of 26,000. You don't make profit, you make a loss. of how much? 26,000 minus 24, 255. You make a loss of 1745. Check over here. 1,100 units you've sold. Contribution per unit is 22.05. What is the total contribution? 1,100 into 22. 1,100 into 22.05. Your total contribution is 24,255 minus the fixed costs. So you will get not a profit, you will get a loss of 1745. So the contribution to sales ratio, what is the use of contribution to sales ratio? Contribution to sales ratio helps you to find out the profit at different sales activity without knowing the variable costs. Without knowing the variable cost or without knowing the marginal cost. That means if you know the sales activity, you can directly find out contribution. You can directly find out contribution using the contribution to sales ratio into the total sales. Let's try with per unit. 63 is the per unit selling price. Into 35% is the contribution to sales ratio. So 63 into 35% will give you contribution per unit 22.05. That means if you have contribution if you have selling price per unit, you can still find out the contribution per unit. If you have total sales value, you will find the total contribution. If you have selling price per unit, you will find out contribution per unit. Total sales value, total contribution, selling price per unit, contribution per unit. So let's evaluate ourselves. First has a profit of 26,920. Second has a profit of 13,690. And in the third case, we make a loss of 1745. Now you can take this activity as a plenary and try to find out, try to find out the profit or loss from the sales of 3,000 units, 4,000 units or 1,200 units without using the marginal cost. Without using the marginal cost, try to find out the profit or loss from the sales of these units.